All right, good morning. My cruddiness has really overtaken me overnight and this morning, so I'm sorry that I can't be there today. There you go. Oh, man. All right, so how do you do 4 plus 2/3? Got to get a common denominator. So 1 over 3 is 4. 12 over 3. So I should have come to this. Combine those numerators, 14/3, which does not reduce or simplify. If you insist, you could have written your answer as 4 and 2/3, but that's not necessary. You may remember this from elementary school days, where you would go take the denominator here. 3 times 4 plus 2 is another way of getting to that 14/3 when you have a whole number in a fraction like that. All right. All right, so we haven't had a question exactly like this on one of these things, but you certainly did in algebra. You probably most likely remember graphing equations out of this form, the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept and m is the slope. Well, in this case, when we have y equals 3, what ends up happening is that the slope is 0. That's why there is no x part of this, because it's been multiplied by 0. So if we can use this in terms of slope-intercept form, it's y is equal to 3. It crosses the y-axis at 3. I bet some of you had a graph that looks only like this, but this graph is going to be a line, so we can go up 0 and to the right 1, up 0 to the right 3, up 0 to the right 4, up 0 to the left, and end up with a solid, a horizontal line. So as you're doing these, another way to think of it is these are all of the points where y is equal to 3. This point right here would be, 1, 3, 2, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, negative 1, 3, negative 1,000,000,003. All of those points, y is equal to 3. Now there is a way that I teach this in my algebra classes. It goes like this. If I'm going to graph y equals 6, just count on the x-axis, and then when you get to 6, make it good. X equals 1, x equals 2, x equals 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there it is. Make it big, make it count. Y is equal to negative 4 would be negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and that will be your graph. A little bit silly, but it can work. All right, on number 3, if I found out that you just had your answer as 16 plus n squared, the substitute's going to call me, and I'll be straight there, and I might injure you. The answer is 16 plus 8n plus n squared. And if you'd like to see it worked out, raise your hand, let the teacher know, and somebody volunteer and go show how it works up on the board. Solving, got to distribute the negative 3 down there, combine like terms. I got the ends together first. You should have ended up with something that looks like negative 3 equals 6, or 0 equals 9, negative 9 equals 0, which tells us that the answer is that there is no answer, no solution. All right, bonus. See who was paying attention when I went over this. If you break down 28, you can either say that 28 is equal to 4 times 7, or all the way broken down, it's 2 times 2 times 7. What a square root means is what two numbers are being multiplied by itself twice. The answer to that question is 2. The 7 is not. Or you can take the square root of 4, but you cannot take the square root of 7. So the answer ends up being 2 square root of 7. All right, you know the drill. Pass those forward and turn them in.